What's going on? I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. Before I get started, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate the support. This is actually episode 186, and this particular episode is entitled "Power is in Your Silence." Power is in your silence. And it's interesting that I'm starting off with this particular episode today because I wish I would have exercised that a few hours ago. So sometimes, again, when certain things happen and it brings you to a boiling point, we all have them, and none of us is perfect, obviously. But I've always felt like with me, if something is not exactly right, I've always been able to come to said person or group of people and sit down, or at least try to sit down and work through whatever the issues are. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of person if you're expecting change, what happens in change is you have to have open and honest dialogue. That's how you affect change in any situation, any given situation. If you want to affect positive change and move in a different direction, you have to have open, honest dialogue. The problem is a lot of times, depending on what the situation is, if one side is not open to have honest dialogue, it throws a monkey wrench in the whole conversation. Because then you find yourself going tit for tat, playing tennis with a conversation that you need not play tennis with. Because I always say you can't get upset if somebody is presenting you with facts that's wrapped around the truth. Period. I digress. So, this particular episode, once again, power is in the silence. What does that mean? There's a little catchphrase I used to always use: no words, just action, right? Or let them talk. Your success is in the movement. Your success is in the movement. So you don't have to beat your chest, ramp up, and make a whole bunch of noise when certain things are happening around you. Just be steadfast and be silent. Just be silent. Because a lot of times, I think out of emotion, sometimes we speak too soon, sometimes we speak too loudly, sometimes we speak too much. And you pretty much give away the game plan when you do that because it's out of emotions that you're upset at that particular time. And you probably say things that it's either better left unsaid, or the thoughts are probably more powerful without the words. So, power is in the silence. It's in your silence because you can control that. So I know I've been in plenty of situations where there's a whole bunch of things going on at one time, seemingly, and you're kind of taking it all in. So you're sitting back and you're watching things unfold, and you're not talking, you're silent. And all of a sudden, things come to you a little bit clearer. No matter how crazy, no matter how chaotic the situation around you is, because of your silence, you're able to stop and really think and navigate through the situation by probably making the best decision possible because you're not allowing your emotions to take you someplace where your words you may have to apologize or regret later. Okay. So that's why I say the power is in your silence, because a lot of times we all go through certain things where you really just want to give somebody a serious tongue lashing, but 9 times out of 10, it's really not worth it. It's really not worth it because you get your blood pressure all up, and the person you're talking to, imagine if that was that person's agenda all along, to get you out of sorts, to get you upset, to create a chaotic mood swing in you, and they're sitting back internally just jumping rope in their own head. They're just so happy. Or the flip side of that, they may be so half-cocked mentally that they don't even realize what's going on in their own head. So they don't care how upset you get. So you got to look at both perspectives on that. But the key to this particular episode is you can understand there's a lot of things that's best left unsaid, no matter what the circumstances. No one can climb into your brain and figure out what's going on in your head, which means I'm a decent chess player. My wife's far better than I am, but I'm a decent chess player, right? So I like to think that if you're able to move in your head at least 3 or 4 moves ahead, no matter what given situation it is, that means you will automatically be ahead of the situation, hopefully in a positive way. So being silent in a volatile situation is the same exact thing as playing chess. Your quiet demeanor, your lack of words, no matter how crazy the situation is, allows you to be in a even kill state of mind and mindset, no matter what's going on around you. If you can do that, and I'm not saying it's easy because it definitely is not, but if you can provide that to yourself, there's strength in silence. There really is. Because people who can't do that can respect that when they see it. And they may come back to you and say, man, I'm sorry, I just went off because this. Wow, you was just really quiet, taking it all in. And I would like to call that's internal inventory. That's all that is. That's internal inventory. You're actually taking inventory of the situation without even using words, but you're thinking, you're looking, you're seeing, you're surveying, all those crucial things that you have to do instead of using words. That's going to tip your hand as to how you're really feeling about the situation. So that's one to grow on. And again, is it always easy? No. But is it necessary? Yes. Yes. When people are out of their mind and they want to make you crawl out of your mind, when people are malicious and mean and they want to make you malicious and mean, when people are so cunning that they want to use your kindness for weakness and they know exactly how to push your buttons, here's where there's power in your silence is important. It's an exercise that I think we all should use and can strongly benefit from. And I, for one, I'm going to have to dig deep in my bag to go back to that and make sure I'm going to start to use my silence a little bit more so I can make power chess moves when everybody else seems to want things to be chaotic around me. I appreciate your time and your support. I'm Eugene Napoleon. I'll see you next week. This is Napoleon's Corner. Take care.